Modifying your fonts is really easy. I mean, you want to make the spreadsheet look a little bit pleasing to the eye. And so to offset some of the headers here for like my columns here for January, February, and March for my months, I'm going to go ahead and click on row 5 to select it. I'm going to hold down the control key and also select the headers for my commission, which is cell F3. Also click and drag for monthly total and average and maximum minimum. Let go of the control key and I can do one of 2 or 3 ways. I can come over here and right click on any of the selections and then come up in the little pop-up toolbar and then type in 12 and hit enter, and that looks good. When I move away from it, it disappears. Or I can come up here to the font group and also make the changes. Let's say 11, hit enter. Or I can click its expandable dialog box button and also make the changes here as well and click OK. So there's more than one way to do it. Go ahead and click off in a blank area. And the next thing I want to do is I want to change the font. I mean, everywhere in the spreadsheet I click, you can see up at the top it's Arial. Let's say I want to change it to Verdana. Well, there's one of 2 ways you can do it. You can either click in a blank cell and hit Control A on the keyboard so it selects the whole page, or you can click off in a blank area and come up here in the blank little cell up at the top. That's the Select All cell. When you click on it, it selects the whole worksheet as well. Let me click off in a blank area. The reason why I say you want to hit Control A when you're in a blank cell is because if I come up here in any cell that has data in it and I hit Control A, Excel tries to figure that you just want to select the cells and anything adjacent. It doesn't select the whole worksheet, which is nice if you just wanted to make changes to the cells here and just change that to Verdana. But I want to do it to the whole range, so again I can come over here and hit Control A and it just selects that range. But in a blank area, Control A, and then come up here and type in Verdana. And then as I start typing, it pulls it up. If I just hit enter, and automatically will accept it and update everything into the Verdana font. Click off in a blank area. Of course, you can make some of these headers stand out from just your plain data over here by adding B for bold to it, or right-clicking and it brings up the little shortcut toolbar, B for bold. Of course, you can also select your cells and add some italics and underline, and even cooler than that is I can select my column headers for my months. Come up here to the alignment group. I'm going off track a little bit. Clicking on the orientation button and say, look, I want this at an angle counterclockwise. I mean, that looks kind of cool. You can still select it. If you don't like the options that you see here, you can go down to Format Cell Alignment, which is just the same as when I click Cancel, clicking on the Alignment Expandable dialog box, or coming over here and right-clicking and going down to Format Cells. It still brings me up to alignment, and then over here you can click and drag this little alignment to change the degrees, the orientation, and click OK. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and change all this back, come back up in here, select the whole sheet again, change it back to Arial because that looked better, hit enter. Size 10 was great, and if I want to go ahead and click B for bold, it unbolds everything including my Dream Notes header here, which I could change later. Now see how this is underlined? If I go ahead and underline everything and then click it again, it removes it from everything. And then also with the italics, italicize everything, then click it again to remove it. And then as far as the orientation goes, I can go ahead and select that and click on the drop down arrow here for the orientation, and then click on Format Cell Alignment and carry it back to 0 degrees and click OK. Hey, thanks for watching. If you like my video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, as soon as I upload a new video, you'll be notified instantly, and you can do that by coming over here and clicking on my face. You can also click here to support me, so for $2 a month, you can have access to over 2,700 training videos, all ad-free, and for a few bucks more, you can have access to my exercises, instructor notes, quizzes, certificate of completion, and a whole lot more.